Championships. Welcome back, everybody, to the Boys National High School Championships. We are in the quarterfinal stage here on day one. This is the high school club game between Doylestown, the recently crowned two-time state champions from Pennsylvania, and they are in the green and black, and they are against Thunder out of Carlsbad, Southern California. This is the 4 and 5 seed. There's the kickoff. Carlsbad able to somehow control that, and I'm Alex Goff, joined by Coach Raul from Valparaiso University, and coming in to have a look and sort of talk a little bit about your program, but also see what talent is out there. How's the day gone so far?
It's good. It's good. I'm seeing amazing players. I'm pretty impressed with the level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good start. Very good start. Some dramatic games already. This one, nice job from Thunder getting that exit and getting that ball out of there. And Doylestown brings a very physical style of play with a couple of very snappy playmakers. Thunder, number 2 in Southern California behind the San Diego Mustangs. And this is one of the better Thunder teams of the last few years. Just putting it together very well under a really a very, very good coaching staff. So we will see. We will see how they match up. They should match up close. That's what the seeding tells us.
Yeah.
As Doylestown starts working their patented, powerful forward pods there. And now going a little bit wider. Using the halfback combination, Jackson Riley, Jamie Weir. Jackson Riley, whose dad coaches the team. Jamie Weir, you may remember that he's I think, the third of the Weir brothers to play fly half for Doylestown as Doylestown moves it out wider. Just inching their way down into Thunder territory. And Thunder going to have to make some tackles. And they get over that ball. And that's one of the things, Coach, that I'm seeing in high school rugby around the country. How quickly can you get over the ball and get that steal, and which referees allow it, which referees want like a longer roll away. There's a lot of interpretation involved there.
Yes.
And it's kind of new for some of these players when they come here, and it's allowed a little differently.
Yeah. No, it's rugby laws keep changing constantly. We have to adapt. And then it's the interpretation of the referees too. And some stick to the old times, I guess.
Right, yeah.
So
you stay with what you know.
Yep.
Well taken by Thunder, and out wide it goes. But we're going to come back, and I think maybe a not straight call on that.
Yep.
Doylestown did indeed challenge that. And that's the law, and I think most people like this law that if you don't contest the line out, let's just play on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
First scrum down of this game. We're just taking a while to get that pack down. And put in there nicely by Riley. And out again. Doylestown just dominating possession early on here.
Yep.
Riley again dropping it off, getting it out to Furmeister. Now standing in first receiver. Actually well taken. Santiago Bustelo just juggles that, keeps that in his hands. And out to the hooker, Burns, the captain. Player of the game in the state final against Gregory the Great Academy, which is a good win for Doylestown. Big hit coming in from the flanker, Lucas Hensley. But they power on through, does the outside flanker, Mieto. And down they go. Another little half break from Doylestown. Slow ball coming out of that ruck. Not a very tidy ruck. but pulled out by the wing.
Yeah, it's very simple but effective rugby.
And that Weir is able to rescue that little chip ahead, looking for and not cleanly taken. Weir coming in again. Doylestown has that ball. They're just swarming in now. Burns again. He's low to the ground, runs hard, comes out through the fullback. Chipolo. And looking for options, Mileto. Mileto struggling through a couple of tackles there, finally dragged down by Taele. And once again, go through that forward pod. Burns. Well, they've sent 2 tacklers to meet him, maybe 3. There has to be some space out wide, but Doylestown, again, just working their way closer and closer. Going to see another penalty. Offside against Thunder. Tap quickly. And did he fumble that? Did he lose control? And that's the composure thing, isn't it, Coach?
Yep. Yeah, you have to keep your head cool, you know.
We've got young players thinking about tapping and going. This is it's a 60-minute game. Would you have gone for post on that one?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. Fair.
We're right there.
Right there. Maybe they'll call for it. It looks like they might be thinking about a scrum. No, we're going to run a tap move. And they go closer.
They're getting,
and over the line, and there it is. Doylestown with first blood. Yeah. Just send the big boys in and then follow it up with some bigger boys. And that would be, I think, the lock forward coming in. And it really was just working their way down the field. And that was actually the tight head prop for Doylestown, Santiago Bustelo, who took it over for the opening try. And
good.
The kick is good from Weir. Weir's excellent goal kicker. Again, in that state final, they won, I believe it was 42-17. 6 for 6 on his conversion kicks.
Oh, well. You don't see that often.
No. If
this level.
In Pennsylvania, if your last name is Weir, you better be hitting your kicks. That whole family knows how to kick goals. So, Coach, we really haven't seen Thunder with the ball other than to kick it away a little bit.
No. Yeah, yes. Defending and kicking it away. Yeah, you're correct.
And then the kickoff here by Avinash Dutt. Nice high one. Well taken. Doylestown. Just look at that acceleration.
Amazing.
Well done. Weir.
It's going to be a long hour for Thunder, I think.
Yeah. Good tackle there from Ragudo. And a little bit sloppy ball. But Riley able to find somebody with him. Doylestown very good at keeping that ball. And there's that forward, that front row once again directing and controlling the gain line. Penalty not rolling away. That was Gavin Saylor. And Weir puts the kick. Makes about 20 meters. But importantly, makes touch. And Coach, this is such a great venue with these wide fields.
Yeah, it's
a lot of players aren't used to wide fields sometimes, especially kicking. And that can be a difficulty. Good drive from Doylestown. Maul goes to the ground. It's going to come out on the Thunder side.
There we go. Thunder.
And Thunder finally able to do something with the ball. A couple of passes, just taking it easy. Still only just 7-0, getting it out to the left side. Georgie Fa'asua. Good offload from Fa'asua. Gets that to Scully, the captain. Ryan Scully. But he was isolated. And then in from the side, offensive penalty. Something I've been seeing a lot more this year than in previous years. And that's a tough one to take because you have the ball.
At this age, it's very hard to keep your head cool.
Yes.
And you make those mistakes. And it's how you learn, unfortunately.
Doylestown. Once again working with it. Quickly from Weir out to the fullback to Cipolo. Penalty in from the side, offside this time against Thunder. Tapped quickly, Marco Burns, the captain. Very active. Try scorer, Bustello. Riley digs it out. Weir looks for the wide pass. Maybe not the best option, and it is intercepted. Max Ricono. Ricono is hauled down.
Keep going.
Not held, gets back up. He knows the laws. He should know the laws. His father's a very good referee. And finally, that'll end up being a knock-on against Doylestown. But that, a great turn of events. I'm joined here in the booth by Valparaiso head coach Raul De La Torre. And Raul, it's that kind of floaty pass. How do you feel about that?
No, it was a beautiful play, meaning they got really lucky, but suddenly the pressure is on the other team. You know, out Thunder, it's probably 10 yards from the goal line, so they're there.
Big turnaround for Thunder.
Big turnaround, yeah.
And they have an option now with the scrum. Not a big weak side, but there is a weak side. Thunder out of Carlsbad. One of their alumni, Solomon Williams, just named Rudy Schultz Award winner as the top collegiate player in the United States. Playing for Cal now. And his father, Josh Williams, is one of the coaches here for Thunder. Getting set to put that ball in. Deacon Maeva. Just taking a little extra moment to make sure we've got that engagement in the scrum correctly. Two teams have never scrummed down against each other. Good shove from Doylestown, but Thunder has it.
Beautiful.
Running it straight to the number 12, Taele going through. Taele to the line. And just like that, we have a try for Thunder.
Yep. Beautiful, beautiful play.
Exodus Taele straight to him. And he put his shoulder down right through the middle and carried a couple of players over the line. But that makes it 7-5. Just how we want a 4 versus 5 game to go. Have it back and forth, hotly contested. That's what we expect.
Yeah, they were so close to the 12-0.
Yes, that's
with
true.
That interception, they're about to tie the game.
Dutt with the kick attempt. It's up, and it's just going to stay a little bit to the left. He thought he'd curl that in, and it didn't actually curl for him. So it'll stay 7-5. Still a good turn of events for Thunder after they were under that pressure. And now I think we see perhaps how this game might progress. A team that loves to control the ball and control and put the opposition under constant pressure, and then another one that could score from anywhere. So well taken by Thunder and carried up by Lucas Hensley. And then scampering through, that's Maeva. And then quickly back out to the number 8, Mallory. Mallory, what an offload.
Oh, wow. Beautiful play.
One-handed offload as he was crashing to the ground. Maeva now sends it. Ricono, who got that all started with that interception. Maeva again,
great.
the little grubber just not quite gathered up. And they will go down, I think, for a knock-on. We'll just see what the referee will check.
Huh.
And it will just be a knock-on.
All right.
Little bit of inventiveness from Thunder.
Yes. No, I love when, players use the kicking. I don't see much Gruber kick on high school here. And
yes.
I love that. It's a great tool. Because then the other team, you have to always think you can use different tools.
Right.
If you're always doing the same as a 10, get pass, or as a 9, this opens the game and makes the other team doubt.
I'm just not sure what's going to happen next. Yep. A good carry right up the middle. That was Hoy. Another strong carry from Marco Burns. Weir now has some options. Goes wide. And that was... He gets it out to the wing. Good counter ruck from Thunder. And the ball is snaffled up.
By Thunder,
yes,
yeah.
That is a turnover for the Carlsbad team. Maele. Get that out to a little pot of forwards. Back coming the other direction. Scully powers through. Excellent carry from the skipper. Baeva goes through Estrada. And they're trying to get that to Reynoso, but here we're going to come back. A little bit of a chat with the captain, Marco Burns. And just no more. A little bit of talk there also with Timothy Furmeister and Jackson Riley, the vice captain. Didn't see the actual signal. Generally, that's a high tackle when you have that. Generally, that's what that ends up being. And so they tap it and they go. Back the other way. Using Hensley. Hensley tried to offload it. Went backwards. Nicely rescued by Taele. Wow, he does so well to just stay on his feet and get past that tackler. Maeva out to the flanker. Makoa Ragudo. Maeva again. Ricono, the grubber through. That's blocked. Knock on, says the referee. Back to the Thunder. And a little chip over the top. Caught by Weir and sent summarily downfield. What a clearance. That's going to roll into touch just before midfield. After all of that and all of that threatening rugby, Thunder is back in the middle of the field. And a couple of kicks there, Coach, and just a couple of surprise little options.
Yeah, I still don't understand exactly what happened inside that 5.
Yeah.
I think I saw something different than the referee.
Okay.
Yeah, he just blocked the player after the Gruber kick, so it should have been a penalty there. Ooh.
We're back for the line out.
Yeah.
Comes back on the Thunder side, but we will go back with a not straight call.
Yep. There we go, another scrum.
Back to the scrum for Doylestown this time, and Doylestown got to be pretty happy with that. They got out of a little trouble. They still in the lead, 7-5 here in this quarterfinal, this high school club quarterfinal. What a great group of matchups we have in this club bracket. And this one, the 4-5, just such an exciting one. All the way out through the hands, and that last pass just a little bit high, unable to control it. Thunder thinking about going quickly. But right now, Charlotte Cardinals are playing Woodlands. And then later on, we'll have Okapi versus Cavemen. That one is going to be a really exciting game. Cavemen, the Utah club champions. Okapi, runners-up in Florida. Perhaps surprise runners-up because they had beaten Key Biscayne earlier in the season, but they did lose in the final. And then San Diego Mustangs against Layton Christian. Well, there, off the back. That comes Thunder using Mallory. Now they go wide to Ele. Boy, he's getting a lot of touches, isn't he? Back to Rakono, who looped around on the outside. Very elusive is Rakono, still going. Powerfully built, but light on his feet. And then zip back to Rakono.
No.
And they just lost that one forward. Good, strong defense from Doylestown. The Pennsylvania side holds on to it. The Dragons, they want to play with it. They don't want to just take that scrum. Setting up one more breakdown potentially. That's Zubik. Weir. Once again, they're looking to get it on the edge. Kick ahead, and the chase. Well towed ahead.
Very nice.
This is fantastic rugby. The ball just pops right up, as it often does. Good tackle there from Cervellero. But Doylestown just gets enough bodies there. Riley snakes around the edge. Couple of Doylestown players a little bit slow to get up. There's a big battle in that breakdown. Guess what? Burns again. Not rolling by Thunder. That one was pretty obvious. Weir gets it out to Mileto. Tackled quite nicely by Fa'asua. Back to Bustelo. Bustelo scored that first try. Just a big, very imposing tight head. Yes. Burns, nice little dummy back inside. Bounces off Bustelo's head. Caught by Cipolo. Cipolo with the sidestep. Out to Gavin Saylor. Not really making a lot of ground, but Doylestown still asking questions of this defense. Zubik, the flanker. Furmeister. He's hit hard. Met just completely head on, but they're just going back and forth. Left, then right. Left, then right. Bustelo again.
Yeah, he's very active.
Saylor taken down. Doylestown has lost ground. Good defense from Thunder. And a quick pass from Weir, just unable to hold it. And that will be a knock-on, but it's going to be a penalty first. And we're going to go back to that original penalty.
Yeah.
Doylestown, pretty happy with that. So, Raul, we had just sort of some back and forth. I mean, left and right, left and then right.
It's a beautiful game, yeah. I'm pretty impressed with Bustelo. He's for a big guy, he's pretty active.
Yeah. Maybe he's all caffeinated. Isn't that a brand of coffee, right? Bustelo, isn't that espresso coffee?
I tend to look at the tight heads. I
Yes.
used to play tight heads.
Okay.
So
And you've got your tight heads that are often just scrum specialists, and he's playing a lot of open field. He's getting involved.
he's very dynamic, for his size.
Well, we do have a stoppage. We're just checking on. Might just be a little cut on the head, and then running out to just wrap that up.
Oh, there you
All
go.
better now. Well, no, we're checking on someone else. So we're going to do a couple of little wrap-ups. That's done. Hoy and Riley have their heads wrapped up, tapped, taken by Mileto. Gets out of one tackle, taken down on the second. Riley picks it up back again the other side, a little bit high this time.
Very high.
And that was lost forward. That's going to maybe come back to a scrum, but Thunder, once again, quite happy to play with it. We will go back to that. And just a little execution error. They would want that back from Doylestown.
Yeah, they have to slow down a little once they're there. They're not thinking there, yes. They're not fixing their player. The passes are very high.
And a substitution coming on early on. And we're seeing number 16. I found number 16. It's not actually listed in numerical order, so I have to go looking for it. Leoi Titi Fa'atili is coming in. A bigger body up in that front row.
Yep.
And there, good long kick down the field.
Yeah.
Well, but it didn't really get much territory when it went into touch. So, in the end, Doylestown would be perfectly happy with that.
I don't know exactly what happened there. I don't know what they were trying.
Well, it's going to be a free kick against Thunder. Might have been a numbers problem. Riley taps quickly and fakes that pass, just keeps going. Slow ball coming out for Doylestown. Weir moves it quickly, gets it out to Mileto, who again spins out of one tackle. Just making that first tackler miss. Riley sending it wide, out onto the left wing, in the corner now, Doylestown knocking on the door. Riley goes himself on the weak side. He's stopped.
Good defense.
Hoy tries to take it. He's taken down. Right on the doorstep is Doylestown. Low drive. Pick up again. Just cutting back toward the big pile of bodies. Not sure if that was the best option. Interesting how Doylestown deals with this, and referee has blown that up. Call for a knock-on right at the base of that ruck. So just not great execution there from Doylestown close in. I would think that they would use their bigger bodies just sort of more in a pick and go style.
Or you do that, or you open to your backs.
Yep.
That they're pretty well organized, and they keep trying to hit the door in the same spot all the time.
But it went back to the penalty, and it is tapped, and over they go. And Doylestown eventually takes it with their forwards right over for their second try. Ball control has been huge for them. The Dragons extend their lead, now making it 12-5. And I think that was Nicholas Mileto, the center. And we're back. And kicking off after the conversion was good on the try, making it 14-5 Doylestown. There was a try in the corner and a rather worrying injury to a Thunder player. Didn't quite see who that was, but the medical staff jumped right in to take care of him. We had a lot of very, very good people come in, and he's going to be taken care of, and we wish him the best. We're not going to speculate what kind of injury that was, but unfortunate for Thunder and very difficult for them to just sort of put that aside and one of their teammates and just say, hey, we've got to turn around and start playing rugby again. And as it is, emotionally very difficult. Also, giving up a converted try to drop down to 14-5, and then having to bring in a player to substitute in and adjust. All of those things are difficult. Still, good defensive stand there from Thunder, allowing them to put in some tackles. They got a penalty, tapped quickly, and that ball a little bit loose, but somehow snagged by Estrada. Thunder getting maybe a little bit too cute with some of their offensive things.
There we go. Oh,
and that was a good carry,
yes,
by Fa'atili. Going out wide now, Thunder. And that's a loose ball. Pounced on by Doylestown. Dragons have it.
Yeah, they record the ball.
Once again, though, very slow to think about kicking it. They have one of the better kickers in the competition, but they're not really thinking about that. Here, Thunder trying to get that ball back, trying to make something happen, and that's a penalty against the Californian team. That looked like that was Escobar trying to just get that poach, and the referee said no go. Kick to touch, Doylestown now. Still here in the first half. We've had a
Yes, here?
Yeah.
All right. We're back
and
on.
here we're back on. Sorry for that, juggling a couple of plates here. But Thunder now on the front foot, and definitely they've shown that they're able to make some tacklers miss, things like that. And Ryan Scully, their captain, certainly a big part of that. Fa'atili going into contact. Oh, and then a little pop kick out to the wide right side. Lucas Hensley really didn't. It looked like he had a little bit of a limp on him, and he wasn't able to chase that down. That just rolled into touch. A kind of a kick to no one.
Yes. I thought that was a winger somewhere that I didn't see.
There was no, yes, I think there was always supposed to be a winger there. Line out for Doylestown, challenged by Thunder, good. And actually Thunder comes away with it. Now just charging ahead.
Yeah,
that's Hensley. Hensley down to the line, and the tackling, well, it wasn't quite there. There was a lot of powerful running and good lowering of the shoulder, and Thunder gets a massive try for them.
Beautiful. Looks like the coach had the talk.
They had the talk, said, hey, let's get on the front foot. And certainly that happened for Thunder. That makes it 14-10. Kick to come. Kicks right in front of the post. But it is a windy day, so you have to be careful there. Henry Mallory, the number 8, charging over. And the left-footed kick is good. 14-12. Just like we thought. A very close, hotly contested 4 versus 5 game. Back, just a little bit of regrouping for Doylestown. They scored early, gave up a try, then scored just at the end of the first half. We had that long injury delay. Thunder passing up perhaps a kickable penalty late in that first half, but they come in and they get that try, and what a great kick downfield. And that would be Avinash Dutt just pounding it down the field, and the players are calling and saying, was that a 50-22? Did that roll into touch inside the 22 or outside the 22? Yes, that ends up being a Thunder throw, completely turning that field around.
Yeah, it's amazing. Doylestown have the physicality.
Yes.
But I see on Thunder, they are more, they're playing with brains. They are just...
Fa'atili powers on now, going through Escobar. Good,
beautiful,
strong leg drive there. Dug out by Maeva. Straight up through the middle. Not enough over the ball, though. Maeva trying to pick that ball up, but you can't clear out the scrum half when he's trying to pick up the ball because he's really unsupported there. He can't protect himself. Rakono tapped and goes.
They're knocking at the door again.
And now a big pile of Thunder forwards just circling around the ball. Let's pick up and go. Just a little bit closer. What is the plan? Go wide.
There you go.
Catch pass.
Beautiful.
Outside. Try Thunder. And just like that, the Californians are in the lead, 15-14. And I didn't quite see who that was just doing the quick catch pass. It might have been Mallory again. But just so quickly, when they decided to go wide, bam, 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 out,
yes.
Score. And the third try for Thunder. 2 in just a couple of minutes, really, here in this second half. And what a beautiful kick. Left-footed kick over the bar, 17-14.
What a beautiful game.
It really is. Avinash Dutt with a clutch conversion. And Thunder now 17-14. What can Doylestown do to respond? Good kick, bounces just before touch and rolls right in. They thought about catching it, but that's what can happen with those restarts when they're close to the line. You don't know what to do about them.
Yes. No, but Thunder seems to be taking the right decisions every time.
Line out for Thunder. Under a little bit of pressure here. And they do tap it back, but it's a rolling ball, controlled well. And going into contact there was Hensley. Out to Mallory. good, powerful carries from both of those loose forwards. And then the kick from Rukono. But no, they didn't wait, and they were offside. Thunder offside. Riley taps it, sends that to Saylor. Riley is hit late after he sends the pass. That's going to be a problem, and we will see a yellow card.
Yes.
I want to see who actually gets taken out for that. A late challenge. Max Rukono sits down for 8 minutes. Remember, these are slightly shorter games. They're 60-minute games. So the yellow card is actually 8 minutes, not 10. Weir sends that to Mileto. So difficult. Riley sends out a pass that nobody really wanted to catch. Good defense from Thunder, but it's dug out by Stukas. Weir once again gets out to Cipolo.
Good.
Back to Hoy. And right over the ball, Thunder does what they have to do. They force that holding on penalty. Key poach there, Coach, by Thunder. That was a really important one.
Let's know. Oh, there you go.
And that's just what you want when you get a penalty in your defensive zone and you want to kick for touch, get yourself out of trouble. Well, the winner of this game will be facing the Charlotte Cardinals. That's not really much of a surprise. The Charlotte Cardinals were ultimately comfortable winners in their opening match against Woodlands, 54-14. We're still waiting on the other side of the bracket with Okapi versus Cavemen, Leighton Christian against San Diego. But Thunder now, they know they're in a battle. 17-14 they lead. Dutt trying to hold on to it. It was a low pass. Lost it forward. Doylestown has it. Picked up by Zubik. Burns once again fighting for every inch of territory. Back we go to Stukas. He's got Graham with him. And good, just running straight onto the ball. Furmeister. And that was an ankle tap. We're going to go back and say a knock forward by Thunder. An earlier knock forward, I think, saying that there was no advantage gained until there was an infraction.
Yeah, but even with that advantage game, they couldn't slow down the game and take the right decision. They're playing too accelerated, I think. And Thunder is seeing that. They're very strategic about it. And they're with 14 players right now.
It's a very good point. 14 players. And that's a free kick against Thunder for an early shove. The tap taken, but in front of the mark. And that's the old classic thing. If you're a scrum half and there's a free kick at a scrum, you toss the ball to the number 8 because you know he'll be behind the mark. Taps now. Riley. Burns. Out to the loose forward. Zubik. Weir. Gets it to Cipolo. Oh, Riley waited, got it to Burns.
Yeah, two.
Both, number 2's right at it. Estrada right there for him. Furmeister to Bustello. Still going, Bustello. Another player down, injured for Thunder.
Oof.
Weir's got Graham with him. Graham, nice little sidestep, but taken down by his ankles. Furmeister. Loose ball coming out of the ruck. Penalty. Tapped quickly. Were they back 10? I don't think they were.
No, I don't think they
There'll
were.
be a discussion about that. We do have the injured player, so I think we may take a stoppage here during that. But Thunder under some significant amount of pressure, and their discipline just falling away a little bit.
Yes, hope they can keep it because it's what is working for them.
This is a chance maybe for them to come together a little bit, maybe talk a little bit about what they can do to.
Their medical, they'll take care of it.
We do have a player. Do not actually have a name for this numbered player, unfortunately.
It's one of their second rows.
But the way the roster system works, sometimes it churns out a name that is not for public consumption. And we are just waiting.
Yeah, we have a substitution.
The tap and go working for Doylestown, and once again we see them going back and forth. They go to the right, go to the left, go to the left, go to the right. Not necessarily making ground, but they're certainly forcing Thunder to tackle them. There goes Riley. Sold a dummy, was hit hard by two players. The cutback, Sapolo fighting to get over the line. Everybody involved in this defensive stand for Thunder. And we come back and say penalty against Thunder. Remember, down by 3. Penalty in front of the post, just saying.
Yes.
Down by 3.
Logic will
Right,
say
17
that,
minus 14 is 3. But
they're not going to do it.
they're not going to do it. They are looking to take the lead. They want that 5 points. They want that 7 points. And running Riley with a tap move. Route 1. Straight ahead. We're now. Back to Hoy. Again with the cutback and just that little sidestep. Bustello. Oh, they're not gaining ground, but Bustello still fighting for ground, still fighting, and try.
Yep.
So strong, and he's a big man, difficult to stop him when he decides he wants to fall down.
Yeah, very difficult. Nobody went to his legs. They went tackling high, and he just carried the 3 guys with him.
And a huge try for Doylestown. Of course, that puts them back in the lead. So it was 7-0, 7-5, 14-5, then 14-12, then 14-17, and now 19-17. Jamie Weir with the kick to come. Bit of a swirly wind. It's very difficult to predict which way it's going, but he puts that right down the middle.
Yep.
Nicely done, and 21-15. Excuse me, 21-17. 21-17. Still anyone's game here.
Yeah, but now Thunder needs a try.
100% they need a try.
Yeah, when you start to get injured players one after the other is not a good thing for the team morale. It looks like the second injury was just he was complaining about the rib cage. So
yeah. Well, this is going to be. I mean, these games. These are 3 of the hardest games you'll play all season.
Yes.
And that includes the physicality aspect of it. Graham just powering ahead. Now Doylestown, their tails are up. Feel pretty good about it. Thunder's been defending a lot in this game. Tackle after tackle they've been forced to make. Zubik now breaks through a couple of tackles. Still going the flanker with a sidestep. Looking for help. Maybe he doesn't need it. Just barely dragged down. What a break from the flanker. Brandon Zubik. And it's going to be a penalty against Thunder. Back to full strength, but they have to be careful. Riley takes his time, looks at his options. Straight to set that ruck. Out to Beckenbauer. Pulled up again, Weir. So many options. And in, Mileto.
Yeah.
Nicholas Mileto, the other try scorer. 2 tries for each for Bristello and Mileto. They both the players who are most difficult to tackle one-on-one. And that's a massive one there, straight down the middle. That was all started, though, from Brandon Zubik's break up the middle when finally, perhaps for the first time, we really saw Thunder falling off tackles.
Yes, it's very hard when you start defending for like 10, 15 minutes straight inside your 5. Mentally, you have to keep very strong, and, adversity keeps adding up to Thunder, and it's just not easy.
28-17. That changes the complexion a little bit.
Yes.
Having someone who can convert all your tries, that helps, even if they're in front of the post. Doylestown with a bit of a statement recovery after giving up those 2 quick tries at the beginning of the second half. Now what can Thunder do in response?
And I guess we were wrong about those 3 points.
Yes, we were. I think that was me. That was all me saying that should happen, but
oh, no, I was absolutely with you. If
okay.
You have 3 points, you go for the 3 points.
Yeah.
But you have so many troubles breaking the defense, but, it really helped them.
Another break.
Yep.
The offload, probably a bit too speculative.
Yes. He was very undecisive there. Yes.
Just powering through now, and Thunder is really starting to just shy away, not really consciously, shy from those tackles. They made a lot of hits, and then you're slow to wrap up whatever it is, and you fall off. Maeva looking to use his captain, Scully. It's the first time Thunder's really had the ball in a while, and they end up getting penalized.
Yes.
Not releasing.
Yes.
And really, yes, Scully was isolated. A little bit of back chat. Tomas Reynoso, the captain's asking for clarification on that. Is the co-captain along with Scully, but the extra 10 meters marched off, and Doylestown's going to call for a scrum. Doylestown 28, Thunder 17. Got a reserve coming on right now just for this scrum, really. I don't have a 17 on my list, unfortunately, but we'll see. They moved things around in the scrum. So we have a new hooker. Big drive there, attempt from Thunder. Riley on his own, smashed to the ground, over the ball. Yes, very good poach. Great body position there from number 25, Kingsley Escobar, and tapped quickly by Reynoso. Maeva sends it out to Valu Garrison. Get that out to Fa'atili. Fa'atili still powering on.
Yes, inside the 22.
Once again getting it.
Oh, beautiful.
Go to the left. The dummy. And everybody was fooled by that one. What a great play from Garrison.
Beautiful
and
play.
That puts Thunder back in the conversation. Just a little go back the other direction. And that dummy. And the fullback's through for the try to make it 28-22. And really an important kick, because at 28-22, that means they need to score a converted try.
Yes.
But you convert this one, then you only need the 5 points to take the lead. Dutt. And that one's up. Oh, and that curves in.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Fantastic kick. And the try from Garrison. The kick from Dutt. 28-24. 4 tries apiece. Separated by 2 conversions. Just as the previous game, by the way, which ended up 24-20. Separated by 2 conversions. Gotta love that. Now Weir with the kick. He sends it deep. Dutt's under it. Launches it back downfield. Over the head of everybody and rolls into touch. A fantastic clearance.
Yes.
And I think they'll mark that about 14, 15 meters inside Doylestown's half. This is exactly where Thunder wants to be. They want to be putting at least some field position pressure onto Doylestown.
Correct. And just one try away from getting the lead again.
That throw was a loose one. Went on the Doylestown side. They have it. Riley goes himself. Penalty advantage. Penalty against Thunder. And that was for a high tackle. Very quickly called by the referee. Saw that immediately. Doylestown probably going to slow that down. Certainly go for that line out. Time now becomes a factor. That kick is into touch. Doylestown not only won Pennsylvania, their big thing also was to test themselves because they really wanted to come to the national tournament. They went down to North Carolina. They played the Cardinals. They played the Tigers, went 1-1 there. But the important thing was the experience. There's the short line out. Taken right out. But Thunder wasn't really expecting that. Ricono making the tackle on Hoy. Now the ball comes out wide. Mileto scored 2 tries today. Sapolo taken down by Misa. We're going to go back to Weir. There's Weir. Now a grubber ahead. Didn't look like the greatest grubber in the world, but it's actually worked out okay. Graham now picking that up, but that's going to be called a knock-on. Yeah, Finn Riley's come on, and he's made a couple of big carries for Doylestown. Important here Coach, using the bench
Oh, yes.
in this kind of tournament, in any game, but in this tournament, hugely important.
Yes. No, we've seen that. I come from a different era of rugby where it was only 2 changes,
right.
and usually was because you couldn't go.
Yeah.
And that is to be able to use those 8 changes well, particularly with forwards, very, very important. Yeah.
Back when your bench was the guy who also ran touch and carried a bucket of water and a sponge. Sidestep, Thunder now. Have about 65 meters to go. Down by 4. Good tackle there by Mileto. Thunder again looking to go wide. There's the try scorer. Garrison taken down. Where's that ball? Was that stolen? Yes, it was. Doylestown took it. Just not enough players from Thunder over that ball. Riley and the other Riley, spelled differently, not related, getting involved in that. Number 4, Tim Fiermeister, now powering through into the 22. Zubik, been very dangerous here. Left alone, but the clear out is there. Pulford. And then they come back in for Beckenbauer. Weir. Short ball to Hoy. He's still going. Liam Hoy still powering through. Leg drive. Taken down. No tackle or release on that one. The poach might have been good. Got to be careful there. Kingsley Escobar throws the ball away. He's going to have been talked to about that, I think. You can't really throw the ball away. A little bit of composure issue now for Thunder, and Tomas Reynoso, the captain, saying he let go of it. And I have to say, I didn't see a tackle release there. Didn't really see one. And here, I'm going to say again, go for points. I'm sorry. But they're going to tap. They're going to go. They're going to get it to the guy who scores tries, and he's going to score another one. Nicholas Mileto is over for his 3rd try today. And Doylestown, so impressive, finishing their chances. They've really had not that many chances in the second half. They keep scoring on them.
Yes. They've been more effective. The first half, they were on their 5 and they couldn't get in, and they're using their head a little more this second half.
All right.
Yeah, well, I've received a score correction, so hopefully we can get that also on the screen. So we've got a 33-24, my fault, 33-26. One of the conversions I thought it had missed actually went over. So 33-26. So this was a 2-point game. The kick is up. And that one curls through. Wow. What a kick from Weir. So we are at 35-26. Thank you, production team, for correcting that on the screen. We have a split second to follow those flags, and sometimes if we miss them, it does happen. We appreciate your patience on that. The kickoff by Thunder. Graham's been very active. Look at that pace and lowers his shoulder. Very powerful. Oh, well, he kind of pulled something, I think, and he's just not too happy about that. But Gavin Graham, what a run for him. And now, unfortunately, hurt his leg in doing that. There goes your skipper, Marco Burns. Rolling ball pass to Weir, unable to do anything with it. Dived on by Hoy. Bad stuff from Doylestown. Didn't need that. Now the quick tap. Reynoso lines somebody up. Lowers a shoulder.
Good job.
But they're going to need more than that. It is a 9-point game.
Yes.
That kick from Weir, so important. And then Escobar And now again Reynoso. Just a big fight, and Mileto somehow got that ball over to his team side. He did it illegally. It's going to be a penalty against Doylestown. Thunder, what are their options? They're just going to tap and run there. Maeva, Deacon Maeva, getting that out to Fa'atili. Fa'atili. No wrap tackle, I believe. And he is hit hard, getting up, limping a little bit. And there's the thought that they might go for post on this, but instead Maeva taps. A little chip ahead. Caught. Kicked dead. Is that going to be the last play of the game? And that is it. Doylestown. What a performance.
Yeah.
Giving up that lead and then turning it around and taking this game 35-26. What a match. Doylestown moves on to play the Charlotte Cardinals. They paid for it with a couple of injuries, and hopefully things will be better. We certainly hope the very best wishes for the injured player for Thunder, who went off right at the end of the first half, and hopefully he will be all right as well. We will be back with the next match here on the blue field here at the Boys High School National Championships. And if you give me 2.5 seconds, maybe I can figure out what game that is. And that will be Fort Hunt versus Carmichael. Number 1 versus number 8 in Tier 2. And it has to be said, nobody believes Carmichael is the number 8 seed in Tier 2. No, nobody who's seen them play thinks that. So this will be a wild game. Anyway, thank you very much, Coach. Thank you so much for being on this.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
And we will be back again soon.
That was fun.